Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing this Tengu Transmuter of Rue, and we just finished up Elf. Oh, I keep forgetting that my leather is not cursed. It was cursed a while ago, and I just think it always is. But we decided to switch from this leather to this robe. We're losing 1 strength and regen, but gaining 2 slay, but I think that's worth it. And let's just drop the leather immediately. And I think let's go check out Shoals. Oh, I wanted to see Hydra form. Yeah, it's quite castable. We just sort of need now. Let's turn off transmutations. Goodness, it got high. Let's train some spellcasting since A, we can't memorize it yet, and B, full pips of hunger, even on a transmutation spell, scares me a little. So let's go pick up that book. And then head over to Shoals. Down we go. A Lagitang, how nice. Oh, let's get, put on a real form. Don't fight these guys barehanded. I mean, yes, barehanded, but preferably with like a blade bare hand. We can get mesmerized pretty easily in here because our magic resistance is still pretty low, but that's fine. We'll just like charge them and then hit them. It'll be great. Identify hasting. Book of Envenomations, no. We have like a remarkable amount of stealth, it feels like. A lot of stuff is just not waking up. Wow. Water Strike hurts. Yikes. We got her. Yeah, that's the thing. When you can fly, you can sort of more easily accidentally find yourself out over water, where even though you can fly, some merfolk have a pretty substantial advantage. How are we doing on spell levels? We have 8. Memorize Hydra form, yes. Okay, let's first put this on capital H, then go edit spell slot, Hydra form. Well, let's put both Hydras on H, right? Capital H. In both cases, it's not really something you want to cast often, so capital letter seems fine. All right, back to the game. Yeah, we got mesmerized, but like it doesn't really matter. Wind Drake is paralyzed. That's nice. Okay, let's just, oh, he got teleported. All right, got dismissed. Yeah, so Shoal's not too bad, having cleared Elf and Spider. We've earned a fair bit of experience. Can't reach some places. Oh yeah, over there. Sure. Still need to be careful. Monsters can really pile up in here. Yeah, let's just take this much upstairs. This is actually quite a lot. But Blade Hands is pretty good. Pretty good It does a lot of damage. That's what it's good at. The other transmutation spells, like, they do some things. They do various utility things and also a bit of damage. Blade... Really? Let's draw out power. Really? Quaff heal wounds? Like, why is it hurting so much? We're not even vulnerable to fire. Not, like, unusually vulnerable, I should say. Huh. Why is my armor, like, only 4? Should it not be higher? I guess not. I don't have Azukuba's armor up, is why. All right, let's quaff that heal wounds, I suppose. Curing? Doesn't seem like a big enough reaction. All right, we got him. So keep an eye out for Aquamancers. That's a lesson I just learned. Arguably should have learned that many games ago. But they do a lot of damage at range, you know? Like, that's their thing. Anyway, a lot of the transmutation spells, like I said, do, like, something interesting and also add damage. Blade Hands is, like, the interesting thing it does is add even more damage. Yeah, confusion won't stop me. You're dead anyway. You're dead. How's the Hunger on Hydroform? Still the full 7 pips, and it's not terribly castable while I have Blade Hands on. I think, as I recall, it actually is pretty castable with Blade Hands off, so I'll check that once we're out of Blade Hands, and then decide whether to re-enable transmutations. But, like, I turned it off, and the reason for that must be that I thought it was castable enough. God, it's so hard to cast spells in Blade Hands. That's, I guess, its interesting thing. Aside from more damage, is it's hard to cast spells. All right. Hydroform, yeah, 4%. That's plenty. Plenty castable. And I need, in fact, to remember that I have it available now. Like, for that pack of Hydra, or not Hydras, Harpies and the Sea Snake, could have been pretty good. A lot of shoals is just going to pass by, I think, somewhat uneventfully. Most of these monsters, most of the time, are just not going to do anything to me. So there's not going to be a ton to say, but it's sort of like my job to say things anyway. You know, like no dead air. We're just going to leave this alone. I don't want to mess with the Kraken. But it's also like my job to recognize as less as a what's the entertainer is not quite the word that I want. Maybe it is. For whatever it is that I'm doing here. People these days people say like content creator, which is like I don't know. But anyway, like I'm kind of the host, I suppose, in a way, of this video, and it's my job to keep it interesting even when there's not a lot going on in the game, mostly by just like always saying things even if they're dumb. But also, as a crawl player, to recognize as soon as possible when it has gone from trivial to scary, which can happen, as I've said many, many times, quite quickly. Okay, first of all, let's repel missiles. Second, I don't know, hydroform? Yeah, okay. Got him. So you get a cleaving attack, and you get several attacks. I'm not sure exactly how it works. You get 5 attacks, but I don't think you can use them all against a single monster the way that like monster hydras can hit you with 8 attacks. I'm a flying hydra. That must be terrifying. Do you have spellcasting penalties? No. All right, so we can just cast repel missiles here. The silver sears me. I don't know about that. Oh, it's because I'm transmuted. It's not because I have mutations. It's because I'm in a special form. Okay. Let's just leave then. Hydroform is actually pretty good for this pack here. See, like, so I'm gonna attack the Javelineer, let's say. What happens? I attack the Javelineer once, the Merfolk once, the Merfolk once. So I have 6 attacks, but I only get to use them on 6 distinct monsters, evidently. And when you kill a monster, you eat it, and it restores your health. So it's really good for like groups of monsters. It's really quite poor for fighting a single monster. It does seem to last for quite a while. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just imagining it, that it's longer than Blade Hands, and it's actually not. I don't know. And you also, like, you actually, since you do eat them, you're less hungry after eating them with hydroform. I don't know if you can get full that way, or if it's just you're less hungry. I'm not sure. But another tool to have in your toolkit. All right, what's going on down here? How much magic mapping do we have? 2, so I'm not going to use 1 here. Let's drop this enchant weapon as well. Never pick that up. I don't like weapons. Weapons are for chumps. All right, there's the other staircase. Is this like Grunt's new garden end? Yeah, it must be. There's plants everywhere. Let's try hydroform. Of course, I can't manage to get 2 monsters adjacent to me. There we go. I don't know. You should never complain about not being able to get 2 monsters adjacent to you, because it means you're in pretty good shape. This is very much out in the open. It does not make me happy. Let's work our way back to the staircase. We're faster than they are on land anyway. So we can retreat somewhat safely. Let's just, that Javelineer and the Death Yak together were doing a fair bit of damage, so let's not let that happen. Alligator snapping turtles can do quite a bit of damage. You don't want to underestimate them. But as long as you got them by themselves, it's not, and you're relatively capable in melee, it's not too bad. How's Blink looking? 12, jeez. All right. We'll just kill them in small groups and retreat the staircase as appropriate. Let's do Hydroform here just for fun. Oh my god, the guy, he teleported away. Come on. All right, so how much do we heal from killing this? Like 10. Pretty good. Yeah, so that I'm reminded of something that somebody said. I think there's a thread on the forum about what is the best weapon, and then it got sort of derailed into people talking instead about what's the best transmutation form, and so then there's a whole bunch of nonsense. Whenever you mention statue form, people get very agitated, one way or the other. Some people think statue form is disgustingly strong. Some people think it's like just completely overrated. I don't have a strong opinion on it. Right, let's keep an eye out for this Catoblepus. Could petrify us. Anyway, turned into a thing about which form is best, and some Hydroform does not really make the list because it's so situational. But someone pointed out that in the situations where it is good, it's like you suddenly have a vampiric battle axe or whatever, right? Which is a spell that, not a spell, a weapon that, you know, people who are doing like Minotaur Berserker runs, that's the weapon that they want. And because it means you can just be out in the open, meleeing a million enemies at a time and like not taking damage from it. Right, let's get into Hydroform. Let's chew on these guys and see how that goes. So you get like the attack multiple enemies at once, and you get the heal from it. Ugh. There's a lot of red lights on this status bar here, guys. Slow, mesmerize, cloud. Not a good place to be. We could apocalypse this, but then we would be standing in a cloud, turning to stone, and all of Shoals 4 would be after us after that amount of noise. So it doesn't seem like such a good plan after a little bit of thought. It would be okay if I weren't in a cloud. So one thing I can do is just get out of the cloud and then apocalypse. Alternatively, I could like read teleport. Don't know. Let's just walk west and see what happens. I can't. Where is the siren who is mesmerizing me, please? L. Over there. Wow. So there's no direction I'm allowed to walk right now that isn't directly into a monster. So I cannot walk my way out of this cloud. I can blink. Seems pretty reasonable, in fact. Right? In Hydroform, blink is very castable. Yes. And then we can... Okay, let's do that then. We're out of the cloud. We're out of the mesmerization. We're still slow. But now we're in a much better position to, say, get to the stairs or apocalypse or something, even though we're slow. Let's head to the stairs, keeping an apocalypse in our back pocket. Not gonna let me go, huh? All right, you asked for it, lady. Yeah, that went well. There's several monsters here, of course, who are badly damaged, and it would be nice to clear them out, but it's more important to just get out of this area now that I've woken up all of Shoals 4. Oh, great. We found all 3 staircases, and they're all in that area, huh? That's bad news. Hydroform again? Yeah, we seem to be able to attack multiple monsters here, which is what Hydroform is for. Who's paralyzed? Oh, he has Spellbinder. Wow. Haven't seen that one in a while. That's pretty scary. Why am I taking so much damage? What's hitting me? What's hitting me hard? The Javelineer, I think. We could Apocalypse again, or we could draw out power. I think I'll just draw out power. And then get back to biting these fools. Okay, great. We got him. Let's go upstairs. I don't want to fight that guy right now. Repel missiles keeps falling off. It would be nice to get a little more spell power on that. We're getting a bit drained now. Let's go down in Blade Hands, I guess. Looks like Hydra might have been better. This is fine, though. We'll just kill a couple of those guys and go back upstairs to rest. Hydroform this time, though. Oh yeah, look at this. Perfect. What? Oh, okay, we got rid of the Impaler, I guess. Come on, eat them up. Eat them up. Let's go upstairs. Aquamancers are scary. We learned that lesson. What are we training now? Translocations to get blink castable. Spell casting? Do I really need that? Jeez, Hydroform's still at 7 pips. But it hasn't been a problem, right? I still, like... I've been casting Hydroform at 7 pips, and it's like, I've never been hungry. Who cares? Also, once you're in Hydroform, you can eat dudes, so that's cool. Let's just go upstairs. Blade Hands this group. Okay, great. Shoals has gone by pretty quickly. I mean, we're at the hard part right now, so it's slowing down. You missed me. Let's leave that, enter Hydroform, and just get in here. Can you eat Death Yaks? No, because they're poisonous. So you can't actually eat them. Interesting. Let's just go upstairs before the water nymph turns the stairs into water. They can flood features, replacing them temporarily with water. And it works with stairs as of, I don't know, a few months ago. It used to not. And it's a real problem if, like, the stairs you were planning to use as your escape route suddenly disappear and are no longer stairs. So it's kind of fun to have monsters who can change the tactics that are... Come on, really? Let's blink. Blink. No. Blink. I just want to get closer to the dang satyr. Whatever, we'll just take the stairs. That breaks us out of our fear. Anyway, it's cool to have monsters that change the tactics you're allowed to use. And stair dancing is one particularly... I mean, cheesy is kind of a word you could use for it. It's a tactic that doesn't seem quite realistic. Like, really? I just go up the stairs and these monsters are... They can't figure out how to follow me? But if they were right next to me, they would totally follow me? But if they're 2 tiles away, they can't follow me at all, of course. Doesn't really make sense, right? Well, let's identify digging. Disquisition on transmutations, you say? This one's kind of cool. I've never tried to use Yara's Violent Unraveling, but we have a lot of transmutation skills, so it could be viable, I guess. What would we use it on? If we go to like depths, I guess would be the next place. Who casts spells on themselves? Vampires, liches. I don't know. It just doesn't seem that worthwhile, really. Oh, see you later, man. All right, level 21. Dex is getting up there. Yeah, let's just do more Dex. We won't always have this plus Dex, whatever it is we have. Armor. Ring. Ring. I don't like having to chase these guys while they're shooting at me. It's like centaurs in the early game. Ilsu, bleh. Don't have invisibility, which is kind of a shame. It's a good way to make her less of an issue. Like most things in Shoals. Not a lot down here sees invisible. But I don't end up needing to take advantage of that too often, honestly. Yeah, I'm still in Blade Hands, okay. Almost dead, just kill her. Yep, there you go, all the water elementals. Alright, there we go. And we should just be able to kill this guy without even needing a form. Let's identify... Drop this Ring of Ice. I don't need Rings of Ice anymore, please. Identify the other teleportation, I guess? Sure. Water Nymph, back up. Don't mess with the Water Nymph when you're low on health. There are pretty serious threats in here. Something changed recently about Water Nymphs, but I don't remember what it is. They were made more fragile, or... Like, they were made more... Oh, I remember. They gained the ability to turn staircases into water, and to compensate, they were made more fragile. Don't need any of that junk. Don't need any of that junk. Cool. So you guys might have missed it, but we did just pick up the rune. So I'm just going to clear out the rest of Shoals 4 for a little bit of bonus experience, and then we're going to get out of here. All right, we did it. Back to the lair. And that's 2 runes. Just one more, and then we can go win. Although we've got a lot in between us and the end of the game still. Mostly deaths and Zot are the hard part, I think. Slime shouldn't be too bad. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.